So if you want to know which warm tone palette I think is your best buy and works the best, just keep watching. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a quick video going over a bunch of warm tone palettes. I know that we're getting into the summer months. As it gets warmer out, we're all into the bronzy, sunset looking eyes. And I've got multiple palettes that are along the same lines. I wanted to show you each palette, give you a few comments on each palette, and let you know which one I think is your best bet. If you're returning to my channel, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Linnea. I upload videos every Tuesday and Thursday, so I hope you'll subscribe and stick around for some more fun videos. Let's get into this, okay? So I pulled 5 palettes. Today I pulled out my Urban Decay Naked palette. I've also got the Soft Glam palette. I've got the Tartelette Toasted. I've got my Natasha Denona Sunset palette, and I have the Jaclyn Hill her palette because she's got a ton of warm tone colors in here. So I thought it was an affordable brand that I could add in here just to show you some affordable eyeshadows as well. So there's all of my high-end palettes. I'm trying to figure out a way. There we go. There's all of those palettes. Yes, there are going to be differences. Yes, there are going to be a few pops of color or punches of color that are a little different than the others. However, for the most part, they have a lot of similar colors. Here, I'm going to pull this one up as well. This is the, along with all of these, this is the Jaclyn Hill palette. I feel like the Urban Decay palette is an amazing all-in-one palette. Has beautiful shades. It is a gorgeous eyeshadow palette. It lasts all day long. It blends out beautifully. Yes, there are very similar shades. A lot of people complain that there are numerous shades that are very close together. I don't agree with that. I believe that when you do this palette, you know you're going for something warm. You can get something warm, something warm and dark. You can get something warm and light. I love this eyeshadow palette. I think it's amazing. The Tartelette Toasted palette, as you see it right here, it has a lot of the same warm tones. I've also got the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. Now this has got the warm tones, but it's got a little bit, it's got more mauve colors in it. Blendable, goes on easily, and every time I've used it, I love the look. This is going to be very hard for me. Now my Natasha Denona palette, I'm going to say right out the gate, I love this palette. I think her eyeshadow palettes are amazing. I've got numerous eyeshadow palettes, but this is a very expensive palette. And because of that, I'm gonna just pull it right out of the running. It's so expensive that a lot of people aren't gonna purchase it. So guess what? Natasha Denona, you're not in the running. Jaclyn Hill palette is beautiful. You could pick up any one of the Morphe warm tone palettes and it'd be more than enough eyeshadow. I have gotten rid of all of my other Morphe eyeshadow palettes. This is the only palette that I have from them. It's got really pretty warm tone eyeshadows in it. Okay, so let's get into some swatching. So I have these 3 palettes sitting in front of me. The Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Urban Decay palette, and the Tartelette in Bloom palette. And I also have that Jaclyn Hill. And I'm going to do some swatches just to see what kind of colors that we have going for us that are similar, that we could knock one of these palettes out with. Okay, so I'm going to start with Flame, which is this bronzy orange, beautiful color. This is from the Tartelette in Bloom palette. I'm going to go over to the Anastasia Beverly Hills. And what I feel is the closest to that color is Sultry. I'm going to swatch that right there. Swatch it right next to it. Sultry does not look anything even close to that color. And then I'm going to go over to the Urban Decay palette and I'm going to swatch Lumbre, this color right here. Just swatch that color. Very pretty. It's going to go right here. Okay, and then I'm going to go over to the Jaclyn Hill palette and I'm going to swatch, what's about the closest I can get here? I'm going to swatch this color right over here. It's about the closest color that I can get to that eyeshadow. We'll see what we got. And that is really close. Wow. It's not as shimmery. Let me give it another go with a little bit more. It's not as shimmery, it's more of a satin, but it's very pretty and very similar to this color, Flame. I like it. Okay, so the Natasha Denona does not have a good orange tone. And for me, orange colors during the summertime is exactly what you're going for. Bronzy goddess looking colors. That's what you're really leaning towards. So because of that, I'm gonna go ahead and, believe it or not, pull the Soft Glam palette right out of the running. Now let's go on to some other colors in these 3 palettes. Now we're down to 3 palettes. We've got the Urban Decay, we've got the Tarte Toasted, and we've got the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm gonna say for, let's check out some matte colors just to see where are we at matte wise, how do they apply, and do we have similar colors. I think that Cayenne in the Urban Decay palette and Cozy in the Tarte palette, and I don't know the names of this palette, but I'm gonna go ahead and say this shade right here in the Jaclyn Hill palette are all very similar. So let's go ahead and swatch those. That's Cayenne from Urban Decay. This is Cozy from Tarte. And then I have that color that I pointed to from Jaclyn Hill right there. I'm going to swatch them all here. Very similar colors. Jaclyn Hill's more red, but these 2 colors are very close to each other. So both of those colors are still in the running. We're trying to find a good palette for the summertime. I'm going to next go to another nude color, and I'm going to do Low Blow, and I'm going to do Cashmere in this palette. And you know what, not Cashmere, I'm going to do Latte, which is right down here. And then in this palette, I'm going to do this color right here. And let's see where we're at with those. So we've got Low Blow from Urban Decay. We've got Latte from Tarte right here. Color for Jaclyn Hill. We're going to go to this color right here. And see what we think about that. Let's do these 3 colors here. Urban Decay, Tarte, Jaclyn Hill. Totally different colors. Totally different colors, but when you think about it and you blend some of these out, they're going to be very similar. This is not easy. This is something that I thought was going to be so easy, and one of these eyeshadow palettes would blow away the other one. They also have similar colors in Fireside, Ashes, and there's a color in the Jaclyn Hill palette. So I'm going to try that. Here's Fireside. I'm sorry. Here's Ashes in this palette. I've got Fireside right here from the Tartelette palette, and this color right here in the Jaclyn Hill palette, very similar. So let's swatch all of those. One, Jaclyn Hill first, Tarte Fireside next, and then Ashes by Urban Decay. I'm going to try swatching them where? Right up here. 1, 2, 3. Very, very similar. Very similar. So the whole purpose was, let's pick out the absolute best eyeshadow palette that you could use for the summertime that's going to be giving you those bronzy, glowy eyes that everyone wants, you know, the J-Lo eye. I have to be honest with you. You could achieve the exact same looks or very, very similar looks with all 3 of these palettes. You could intermix colors. So if you are watching a video and you're frustrated because you may have this palette, but the person's doing the look with this palette, really all that you have to do is get as close as you can with an eyeshadow. Either one of these. How about we leave it at this? I would choose either one of these palettes. You cannot go wrong with either one of them. You're going to get very similar looks out of both of them, and they're compact. You can travel with both of them. I love them both. So if you found the video interesting, please give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. And until next time, have a great rest of your day.